Hi, this is Mrs. MacPhee, and it's Tuesday, January 5th, 2016. Happy New Year. This is a problem for my Common Core 6 classes, my periods 3 and 5. We were talking today about finding a percent of a number, and we talked about 3 different ways that we could find it. And the first way I want to show you is the one that's probably the newest to you, and that's using a ratio table. And then we'll also talk about multiplying as a decimal, and then finally we'll talk about multiplying using a fraction. But so for the ratio table strategy, if we have 150% out of 38, I picked this one since we haven't been looking at percents yet that were over 100. The strategy though is the same. 150 out of 100 is going to be something out of our total, which is 38. So I'm going to start here by dividing both values by 10, and I'll get 15 and 10, so divided by 10, divided by 10. And then I could still simplify if I wanted, so I'm going to divide both by 5. And the reason I'm going to do that is because 10 divided by 5 is 2. And then I ask myself, 2 times what gives me 38? Since they're both even, I know that 2 is a factor of 38. And I can multiply 2 times 19 to get 38. So whatever steps I did on the bottom of the ratio table, I'll do in the top. 15 divided by 5 is 3, and then 3 times 19 gives me 57. So 150% of 38 is 57. We could also change our percent to a decimal. So 150% is 150 out of 100. I could divide by 10. That gives me 15 over 10. So as a decimal, that would be 1 and 5/10. So I have 38 times 1 5/10, which again is my 150% as a decimal. 5 times 8 is 40. Carry the 4. 3 times 5 is 15. Plus 4 is 19. I'm done. I can do my placeholder. 1 times 8 and 1 times 3. And then add them up. I get 0, 17, carry the 1. 570, except I have 1 digit behind the decimal in the problem. So 1 digit behind the decimal in the answer. And I still get 57. 57 for 150% out of 38. Using the fraction method, again, 150%, 150 over 100. And now I'm going to multiply that by 38, or 38 over 1. Looking to simplify this fraction again, I could divide by 10 and get 15 over 10 times 38 over 1. I could simplify both of these by 5 if I wanted. "15 divided by 5 is 3, and 10 divided by 5 is 2. So now I just have 3 halves times 38 over, 1. Did a little math there in my head. So let's go ahead and multiply. 2 times 1 in our denominator gives us 2. 38 times 3, that's 24. Carry the 2. 114 divided by 2. They're both even, so I can divide them both by 2 and simplify. And in case you don't want to do all that in your head, let's write it out. 2 goes into 11 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. 11 minus 10 is 1. Bring down my 4. 2 goes into 14. How many times? 7. No remainder. So my answer is still 57. 150% of 38 is 57 using a ratio table, or changing your percent to a decimal and multiplying, or changing your percent to a fraction and multiplying. We'll keep working with this week. I hope this helps with your homework, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great day.